All right, hello. We're going to talk about fear of criticism. Just to kind of understand why I want to talk about this so bad is because when we're trying to build a business, internet marketing, network marketing, any kind of business where we're trying to sell a product that means something to us, something that really matters, the only major contributor to keeping us from speaking about it is the fear of what people will think of us when we start. Most of us who have been talking about our products for so long have kind of, I wouldn't say gotten over it, but have gotten better at dealing with it. Gotten better at being more strategic, if you will, on how to speak despite a fear of criticism. I've got my amazing wife here, is Angela. She's powerful. And one of the things that Angela's, one of her phrases is to be unapologetically empowered. Yeah. What does unapologetically empowered mean?
I still gotta get really clear on that, but for me, it just means, taking back the power that other people may or may have once had over you. Completely taking it back in your voice, your wellness, your finances, your preparedness, all of it. Taking it back. Nobody has control of that anymore. You do. You and your creator. That's it.
Okay, so here's I didn't prep her for this, so I'm gonna ask her an honest question.
Okay.
Does this concept of being unapologetically empowered completely eliminate fear, like there's no more fear or hesitation at all? Or does it just help you deal with any fears or hesitations that show up?
It helps you deal, because there's always going to be a new fear, a new thing will show up, and then it gives you the ability to approach it more confidently.
This is what I want people to understand about fear. You don't overcome fear itself. You don't eliminate fear.
No.
What you do is overcome and eliminate the hesitation that comes from fear. So the only way to ultimately deal with this fear of judgment or criticism is to understand what fear is. I've spent so much of my life living in fear that I finally decided to stop giving it power by not wanting to understand it. Does that make sense? Like, how many people, we just go about life, when we experience fear, we just try to ignore it, pretend like it's not happening. What happens when you do that?
It grows.
That's it.
When you ignore it, it grows. Just like anything you ignore weeds, they grow. You ignore a symptom that's coming up, manifesting in your body, it grows. You ignore things, they grow. So if you ignore fear, it's the same idea, it grows.
Okay, so if you want your fear of criticism or any fear that's keeping you from sharing something you passionately care about to grow, if you want that fear to grow, ignore it. Pretend like it's not happening. Or even better yet, here's my favorite, assume there's something wrong with you because you're having fear. It's another way to allow fear to grow. But if you're interested in reducing or getting rid of the hesitation that comes from fear, then you have to commit to wanting to understand what fear is. And in particular, what is a fear of criticism really? So if you want to find that out, proceed on this video. If not, turn it off. You're done. Thanks so much. It was awesome. It was great talking to you. Okay, we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's understand fear. Fear is not false evidence appearing real. Fear is absolutely real. It is very real because it has a very real impact on people. And if we assume that it's not real, then we assume there's something wrong with us because we're experiencing it. That's when I knew I had to change my way of thinking about fear. Fear is actually very real and very real evidence of one thing and one thing only. That what you're about to do or what it is you're afraid of matters. Otherwise, you wouldn't be experiencing fear. You see, we don't experience fear over things we don't care about. And I'm telling you right now, if you're going to build a business on the internet or through network marketing or anything, right, and it matters to you, embrace fear. Now, fear's got three parts. There's three different places fear can play. Imagine you get in a vehicle, and your vehicle is your your tools or your services or the things you want to do to get you and other people where they want to be, right? Fear is going to be in one of three seats. Fear is either going to be behind the wheel, which is the worst place to be, right? If fear is behind the wheel, you're not going anywhere. Are we absolutely positively clear about that? If fear is behind the wheel, we are not going anywhere. We're not helping anyone. Certainly not ourselves. Fear could sit in the back seat. Now, let me ask you, Angela, does fear ever sit in the back seat?
Not usually.
It never does. Because fear is way too strong for that.
Fear's more of a driver than a passenger.
Yes, fear doesn't want to be a passenger. It wants to be a driver. So the only place that fear can be kept at bay is the passenger seat, shotgun. It rides with you. And what does this look like? And I'm going to give you all a challenge to try this. And you'll notice how influential you become when you embrace fear this way. Imagine driving in a car with fear in the passenger seat, and the two of you show up to this thing where you want to help people. When people see that you have brought fear with you, but you've shown up anyway, it solidifies your commitment to how important what you're doing is for them. How important what you're doing for them. It is so important that you are allowing fear to show up with you by telling the person that you want to help, here's what I want to do, here's what I'm afraid of, but I'm here anyway. I'm going to say that again. Here's what I'm here to do, here's what I'm afraid of, but I'm here anyway. Would you call that authentic or real?
Yeah.
Now, this is what I call vulnerability. And vulnerability is a very powerful tool. I remember when we used to do Diamond Club trips. Oh, there's a nice bug flying on my head. We used to do Diamond Club trips, and Diamond Club trips were where we would get in the car and drive really far from Utah all the way to California to do classes for people. You remember this? We did it 3 times, right?
4.
We did it a lot. And I remember every class, I wanted the people that were at that class to know how important this was to me. That I wasn't just walking in and sharing oils with people or sharing my products with people. And so I would tell people the story about how scared I was that driving all the way out to California from Utah was going to be costly or dangerous, or it wouldn't work, or the people wouldn't listen to me because they judged me. I would tell them that in my stories before I would start every single class. And what that did, it caused the people that are sitting in front of me to listen, because they understood how important it was. So important that I shared with them my own fears. Did you do that a lot when you were doing classes or trainings?
I think in different ways, yeah, of course.
So here's the challenge I'm going to give to you. Embrace the fear that you have when it comes to criticism. Share your products and services along with a dose of what you're afraid of, and tell people. I'm going to be honest with you, right? I'm going to be honest with you. These products have made a difference in my life, and these products have made a difference in the lives of a lot of other people around me. And I know it's going to help you. My biggest fear is that you're going to judge me instead of try these products. But here I am anyway, to share something that matters to me. That's how much it means to me to be here, to share this with you. I don't want to convince you that it's going to work. I just want to have you have the option to try it, regardless of what you think of me. Thoughts?
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I would start every class that way, not realizing that's what I was doing, but it's, yeah, when something means a lot to you, when something worked so well for you, or when something was incredible, like for us, it changed everything with our daughter. And so when I would show up to classes, I would tell that story. I would say, these oils are like a religion to me, and that I love them that much, and they're that sacred to me because they've helped me so much, and I'm here to teach you about them in hopes that you won't roll your eyes at a snake oil comment, but that you will give them a try and that they will help you the same way they helped me. And so it was like you'd share that over and over, and yeah, people would go, well, okay, you know, they see that you're super passionate about something, and yet you're still a little bit afraid because everybody wants to make stupid comments or say judgments or make fun of you. It's just human nature when they don't quite know what's happening. They make fun of you or they comment. So you just move forward knowing that you're just the messenger sharing a gift for people. I don't know.
Okay, you're just the messenger. And what I've learned is that when people hear information they don't understand or they fear, yeah, they will judge the messenger. They do it all the time. This is why it's important for you to know that what you're selling or what you're sharing or what you're teaching or what you're offering people, like, it has worked for you and it has worked for other people. And that means it can work for anyone as long as they give it a real shot. So there's my challenge to you. Share it with other people. One of my favorite things to do is to remind people to share your strengths with people. Let people know, hey, these are my strengths. What are yours? And let's talk about what they mean so we can do things authentically. I'm afraid that you'll judge me and think there's something wrong with me if I tell you how much I love this, because it's made a difference in my life. And I believe it'll make a difference in anyone's life if they just give it a shot. But despite my fear, I'm here anyway. There's my challenge to you, my friends. Wear your fear on your shoulder, on your sleeve, whatever, and let people know why it matters to you so much. And the right ones, and I'm telling you right now, the right ones will always say yes. The wrong ones will make their way out of your life. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you got a lot of value from this. Share in the comments what you learned. Tag someone you feel like needs to hear this to help them not overcome their fear of criticism, overcome the hesitation that comes with the fear of criticism. And we stop giving the fear power. Have an awesome day, my friends.